Hey everybody, on today's episode of PDubs Arcade Loft, we're going to take a look at the iiRcade RetroMania Wrestling Cabinet. As you saw on that highlight reel, words cannot describe just how fantastic the artwork package is included on the RetroMania Wrestling version of the iiRcade cabinet, on sale now. This particular cabinet will be shipping out in May to customers who have placed a pre-order to it. iiRcade was kind enough to send this over to me as a demo unit. I have reviewed their products in the past. Make sure you check out the iiRcade playlist on my channel. That way it'll get you up to speed, as well as check out my full reviews for the standard edition and all the guts and everything included in these cabinets. For the purpose of this review, since we've covered that before, I'll have links to those videos in the video description below, but we definitely want to highlight some things about the RetroMania Wrestling Cabinet. The RetroMania Wrestling Cabinet is one of the premium edition cabinets from iiRcade, and all the premium bundles do include real Sanwa joysticks with square gates on them as part of your package. Real Sanwa sticks with some pretty nice Sanwa clone buttons. The top of the control deck is manufactured with the acrylic already installed on the control deck, which is great, so no worries about that coming off, coming loose, damaging the artwork. You do have a 3.5mm audio jack for wearing headphones as well. The 100-watt speakers guarantee that this will be absolutely the loudest arcade machine in your collection. The unit is assembled with a series of high-quality cam locks and bolts and fasteners, as well as additional acrylic covering the marquee area behind the speakers. The only glaring omission on this premium arcade cabinet is the fact that we do not have a light-up marquee, and we do not have real T-molding on the edges of the cabinet. Everything on the edges of the cabinet is just a high-quality tape. However, with an intricate design, no screw holes visible anywhere except around the control deck. It does not look like a drive-by shooting. And by that comment, I'm talking about how these side panels look on an arcade 1-up machine with all the exposed screws. Love that iiRcade has everything hidden inside the cabinet via cam locks and bolts. Taking a look here, this is sold as a bundle, so you do get a Bartop on a base. It's not sold separately. For the premium packages, you have to buy the whole bundle. And of course, on the base, you'll see that the iiRcade cabinet is taller than an arcade 1-up by a pretty good amount. The control decks are several inches higher. Arcade 1-ups have their control decks set to where the height was on original arcade machines. iiRcades on the base are just a bit more elevated than that. However, for someone of my height, I'm 5'11", and I can tell you what, I can see the screen. I can see the entire screen, as well as I can reach the controls. Everything feels comfortable. Nothing feels cramped, in my opinion. I absolutely actually like the additional height on these iiRcade cabinets compared to some of the other competitors in the market. All of the iiRcade machines come with 11 games as part of your purchase built into the system. RetroMania Wrestling Cabinet, this particular bundle will include RetroMania Wrestling, but as of the timing of the filming of this video, the RetroMania Wrestling game has not been released yet on the iiRcade platform. Should be released very, very soon. They're going through the final optimization process as we speak. So that's really cool. You'll get 12 games with your purchase. Now, they are charging a couple of bucks more for your purchase, which we'll show you here coming up towards the end of the video. But taking a look here, you are going to spend the bulk of your time on the included games playing Dragon's Lair, Double Dragon, Bomb Squad, Beach Buggy Racing, but most of the 11-12 games are throwaways. Obviously, you're going to spend a ton of time playing RetroMania Wrestling. That is an awesome game. I've covered it on my channel. You're going to love it when it comes out on this machine. It should be a great experience. I have a lot of high hopes for it. The key thing to remember if you want to invest in an iiRcade is you're not just investing in an arcade machine, but you're actually investing in a multicade, or what I like to call an arcade system. Much like a console, you have the ability to access their online store and legally download and purchase many more games a la carte from many different genres. Pick your poison, pick your pleasure, and go for it, and everything downloads and adds onto the system. And, you know, we have Space Ace, Dead Cells, Oddmar, Dragon's Lair 2, Double Dragon 2, Windjammers, Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, Evil Land 2, Toe Jam and Earl just got announced. Many, many more games coming to this platform. It keeps expanding every day with more surprises to come, especially such as how RetroMania Wrestling caught us all off guard as well. An interesting fun fact for you is if you do own multiple iiRcades like I do, you'll notice on your app on your phone, it'll show both of your devices. The first one is device number 1, and if I click over to device number 2, which is this new iiRcade in my house, I have the ability now to go into the library, and all the games I've already legally paid and purchased for device number 1, I can now go ahead and install those onto the device number 2. So the good news is you don't have to pay and repurchase all the games. They're all tied to your account. As long as you have the same account logged in on both devices, you can get all of your games downloaded without having to repurchase them on the other iiRcade device in your home. Once you click those buttons, it'll have those games sent to your new system from the iiRcade servers. Boom, boom, boom. Everything downloads pretty quickly, depending on your internet speeds and size of the games. Also, the latest firmware 9.006, just went live today as I was recording this video, and they've now added where you can go and you can get the game ratings for all the games. So just in case if you have little ones, you can now have these displayed for like E for everyone, T for teen, M for mature. You can now have the game ratings put in there, as well as you'll notice when it comes to storage, all of the premium bundles do come with 128 gigabytes of internal storage, plenty of space for you to store your games or even remove them, add them later if you're running out of space, just like you would on your Xbox or PlayStation. As we cruise through the options here, you do have a quick start guide. One thing that we notice here is you also have Bluetooth, so you can hook up Bluetooth headphones if you don't want to have 3.5mm jack headphones plugged in. I've shown this on my channel in the past. You can adjust the brightness on the screen. You can change your device password, as well as you can hop in, see what firmware you're on, and you can check your storage and all that good stuff. As we cruise through the storage one more time and show you how you can kind of sync up and get the game ratings added, one thing to note is some additional features that we'd like to see added to the iiRcade is the ability to add and remove scan lines for gamers who want scan lines, as well as the ability to adjust pixel smoothing or smoothing effects. A lot of the games do have some of those smoothing filters on them, so it would be nice to have some pixel perfect settings built in as well. I know iiRcade has heard that feedback from fans, and we're hoping to see those changes in future firmware updates. Another opportunity for iiRcade is to kind of clean up the user interface. Now, the user interface isn't that bad. I've seen worse. But what I can tell you is we do have a nice little wheel, and a lot of us like the wheels, like coin ops and things like that. And I do like that as you flip through all the games on the menu, You do get a nice little background screen, a little screenshot of each game on the background. But what would be nice, of course, is if Jong and his team over at iiRcade can kind of make this look a little bit prettier, a little bit more modern, either do a complete overhaul or maybe even something as simple as just adding game logos instead of text, such as like Grid Racing or Magical Drop. Be nice to have the logo there instead of text. I think that would make it a little bit more inviting, a little bit more exciting to comb through. So I think some simple changes here would be great. I'm not really going to ding them on this because all this can be updated via firmware. I cannot wait until RetroMania Wrestling is released on the iiRcade. I already own it on my Nintendo Switch, and I also own it on Steam, and you betcha I'm going to buy it a third time on the iiRcade because I'm that kind of crazy. But of course, RetroMania Wrestling, the sequel to WrestleFest, belongs in an arcade machine, and it has its own dedicated cabinet. Kudos to iiRcade for using the original RetroFest arcade machine as inspiration to come up with this design on their arcade cabinet. This thing absolutely pops. It's a stunning cabinet. It'll look great in your arcade and gaming room. Now, the iiRcade is available at Walmart, the standard edition. And what's nice there is you can purchase the standard edition and get yourself some free shipping, save some bucks. These definitely are premium arcade machines with a premium cost to them, and hopefully the premium games will continue to come to iiRcade to justify the expense. But when it comes to the premium bundles, RetroMania, Dragon's Lair, and the Black Edition with the bonus Double Dragon artwork, all of those cabinet bundles you do have to order through iiRcade directly, and you do have to pay tax plus shipping. So just a heads up there, guys. The premium bundles are typically $7.99. This particular RetroMania Wrestling bundle is $8.19, so you are getting that bonus RetroMania Wrestling game included, along with the 11 others included on other machines, and you're getting it at a little bit of a discount. You're not paying full price for it like you would on other platforms, because that game is going to retail for about $30 on other platforms. I think it's on sale for $25 right now on a lot of platforms as well, so you are going to save a few bucks there on the bundle. Overall, guys, fantastic cabinet, fantastic design. It definitely fits a niche within a niche of this market. The iiRcade community is growing. I'm happy to be part of it. I absolutely love having this arcade system and constantly expanding it with more games. Once RetroMania Wrestling goes live, I can't wait for that game to download to this machine so I can show off playing that game on its dedicated cabinet. Can't wait to do that for you guys. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, feedback, and comments below. As always, guys, I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out, and as always, thank you for subscribing.